Welcome to White Regis TV Film Review and Preview. I'm Andrew Wright. This week, boxing biopic Christy arrived on home video. The film stars Sydney Sweeney as former professional boxer Christy Martin, as the film follows her rise to becoming America's best-known female boxer in the 90s before her coach turned abusive husband tried to murder her in 2010. The film also stars Ben Foster, an American actor, not the footballer Ben Foster, Merritt Weaver, Katie O'Brien, Ethan Embry, and Chad L. Coleman. So, I watched this film for the first time. I absolutely knew about the fact it bombed at the box office due to the Americana blue jeans controversy for Sydney Sweeney, and as well as it received very mixed reviews, but I was absolutely bowled over by it. I thought it was a really powerful film. Sweeney gives a career best performance. One of those where you're like, how did they not win an Oscar for that? Especially because it's a physical transformation, and Oscars like physically transforming roles. And a lot of how well the film works rests on her performance, as well as the well done boxing scenes, as they carry you through quite a harrowing 2 hours. I gave the film 5 stars out of 5. I thought it was very much like a companion piece to The Smashing Machine, which is another film I really liked. Although it feels a bit wrong to say liking the Christy, because it is such a harrowing thing. So I say, it's really good. So Christy is on home. Yeah, I gave the film 5 stars out of 5. It's on home video now. This weekend, Project Hail Mary arrives in cinemas. The film is an adaptation of a 2021 book of the same name and is directed by Phil Lord and Christopher Miller. Most famous for their work on the Lego Movie. The film stars Ryan Gosling and Sandra Hüller and revolves around a man waking up on an interstellar ship with no memory of how he got there and is trying to figure out his situation. But he learns he's not alone on the ship. So the film has received over 90% positive reviews from critics. I'm not sure if that's gone down any, so don't shoot me. So it's set to be quite the sci-fi fan favourite. Project Hail Mary is in cinemas now. Also releasing in cinemas this weekend is Ready or Not 2, Here I Come, a comedy horror film, and a sequel to 2019's Ready or Not, which I've not seen, so I'm not exactly invested. Although I do like the directors of the film, so. The film stars Samara Weaving as Grace, the survivor of a brutal game that resulted in the deaths of her husband and in-laws, only to be forced into a new game where the wealthiest and most influential families try to kill her in order to protect. She's forced into the game to protect her sister. The film also stars Catherine Newton, Sarah Michelle Gellar, Sean Hattersley, David Cronenberg, for some bizarre reason, and Elijah Wood. The film has received over 80% positive reviews from critics, so from what I've briefly glanced over the reviews, it's guaranteed to satisfy fans of the first film. Ready or Not 2, Here I Come is in cinemas now. Last weekend, the 98th Academy Awards, known as the Oscars, was held. The ceremony crowning the best in film from 2025 named one battle after another in Best Picture, Best Director, Best Adapted Screenplay, and Best Supporting Actor in a tight competition with Sinners, which went home with Best Actor, and Best Original Screenplay, which was wasn't expecting to get for it to go home with Best Actor. It was sort of like a 3-horse race between DiCaprio and Chalamet, as well as Michael B. Jordan, which I wasn't really a fan of Sinners. I didn't really get it. One battle after another, you know. I like the second act of it. The first part of it is really bad. The third act is just sort of meh, but the second act is really quite good. Jessie Buckley predictably won Best Actress for Hamnet, which I've not seen. Comes out in about 3 weeks 2-3 weeks on Blu-ray, so that's when I'll be reviewing it. And surprisingly, Amy Madigan won Best Supporting Actress for her role in horror movie Weapons. Again, something I've not seen, probably not planning on seeing it, but hey ho. The ceremony was marred by technical difficulties, the sound quality wasn't great, and controversy like the people who accepted the awards for Oscars for K-pop Demon Hunters were, cut off, played off stage after accepting their award. This year has been actually quite close race, especially in the top categories like Best Picture, Best Actor. It's definitely been one of the closest races in a while, so hopefully next year is another good race. That's all I have for this week, but be sure to, I would say be sure to check back next week. I was on autopilot. It's a week off next week, but be sure to check back on April 4th, where I'll be talking about The Housemaid, Spy Family Code White, and the Super Mario Galaxy movie, which is something I'm really excited for, but I won't see it. I get to see it opening weekend. I'll be going a couple weeks later, so that's when you'll get my review of it. See you next time.